Okay.
My hair all right?
Yeah. So you've been doing a lot of things with your life, and
Yeah.
I understand that
I'm a generalist. I'm a generalist's generalist.
and you've also accomplished a lot of things. From what your manager was telling me from the emails, you speak French like you've demonstrated a few moments ago. You're currently learning Italian.
Well,
You have a honorary master's, don't you?
not honorary.
You have an actual master's.
I have a Master of Arts in History from Oklahoma State University.
Well, that's good. You've worked in the sawmill. You've been drafted to go to Vietnam. You were there for
I
a
was
period.
not drafted. I enlisted and volunteered for Vietnam.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Oh yeah, just stepping aside for a moment. My record, Big Shoes to Fill, is dedicated to my father, whose gigantic shoes I could never ever fill, and he enlisted in the British Navy in 1939 before America ever got in the war at 18 and a half years old, because he'd been a high school student who had been in Austria somewhere around Kristallnacht, you know, or the Anschluss, I should say, not Kristallnacht.
Okay.
He was outraged by what he saw in Austria, and he immediately, when England declared war, he was in it.
And you say that you mentioned at the beginning.
So there was no question that I would have to enlist and volunteer for whatever war that we had.
Okay. So you did service to your country,
Yeah.
and you came back and continued with your life, and you did some trucking for 13 years, long distance.
Yeah, I have.
A few other years thrown in with it too.
I've done a lot of work around the transportation industry. Besides trucking, I was a forklift operator for a total of about 4 or 5 years. Excusez-moi, il me faut se passer ça. Stop.
Les téléphones cellulaires, the famous cell phones, are a bane in our existence.
Hey, c'est comme le Star Trek, you know. Tick, 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 Kirk out. Je ne dis jamais goodbye. Je dis maintenant seulement Kirk out.
Mais au niveau, I'm getting mixed up. With everything that you've done, and everywhere that you visited, is there any place that you actually felt more attracted to in regards to always wanting to come back to it?
Lots of them. Many places. Just to give you a little example, this year my band and I were booked for only 4 Canadian gigs all year long. The year before we had 14, and 07 we had 19. And this year was only 4, and the band only got to come once. And this gig here, this festival here in Fredericton, was the first booked of the 4. I knew I was coming to Fredericton and was able to look forward to it since January or early February of this year.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is one of those kind of places. Another place would be New Zealand. I'm hoping to go back all the way to New Zealand again and go all the way down around the islands, both islands, and not only play but get my fill of the monstrous great fishing that's down there. I also want to get my fill of all the monstrous great fishing that's in Canada, but Canada is so very much bigger. The distances are so great that although you have, you know, thousands and thousands of great lakes and streams, you have to go further to get to them.
True, but we've got a lot of good fishing here in the province, but it's
I know it.
all in Miramichi. If you want good salmon fishing, there's a lot of good hunting lodges that are available.
I am hoping to go fishing demain.
Oh?
Yeah, oui, avec un ami. He is a sheriff that I met.
Here in the province?
Yeah, he is a sheriff that I met here in the province. And he bought one of my records, and he was overwhelmed by harp playing and all this stuff. There was also, I think, about 1 sheet to the wind. But He said, after you go to church on Sunday, we will go fishing. I said, okay, fine, we'll see. If he remembers it, then as a young man, surely not more than 30.
Oh, okay. So a young sheriff.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else.
He had me sign the back of his sheriff's identification. I said, you don't want me to sign that. He said, oh, it's the back of it, don't worry.
Well, at least he's carrying close to his heart. Basically.
Yeah.
Apart from the groups, now I've noticed on your last record, the latest one, Escape from the Chicken Coop, there's a young woman that sings with you.
Yes, her name is Jenny Littleton, and I've never yet met her.
Oh, you guys did it separately, a separate track recording?
Yeah, we tracked those separately. That was an idea of my producer, whose name is Miles Wilkinson, who is an Ottawa guy that came down to Nashville and decided to stay permanently. He's a friend of Fred's from Ottawa.
You gotta love Canadians now living in the U.S.
Oh, the whole thing, my whole operation is Canadian. You know, you gotta understand that. You ask me where. Let me do this. That